Ask Chevy and also Credit Shifu, and they both around the same time did a video about Charles Schwab's checking account, and it's actually Charles Schwab's high yield checking account. And I thought, okay, it's interesting. It's a checking account. So how does that apply to this whole mission to improve credit and build financial stability as far as your credit worthiness? Hey guys, this is Uche Lawrence. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that the content that I'm providing you is extremely helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you will be the first to find out about it. So I looked into it and actually ended up getting one, and I want to tell you why. This is the Charles Schwab Visa debit card, and it is a debit card, and it's linked to a checking account with Charles Schwab. I can't speak this morning, it's too early. So a couple of things about this account that I think is very interesting, and I'm going to give you the positive and negatives and why you should probably consider this card. So first of all, the dopest thing about this card is the fact that there any ATM fees are reimbursed. So it doesn't matter what ATM you use. With first of all, Charles Schwab doesn't necessarily have physical banks you can go to. I mean, they do have financial centers you can go to, but as far as walking down the street and finding a bank like Chase or Wells Fargo, you're not going to find that. But what's interesting is if you use any ATM machine, doesn't matter what it is, it could be ATM machine at the laundry mart or the gas station or one of the other banks, you're reimbursed the ATM fees. Come on. Those of us who live in the city, those of you who are using using ATMs, you shouldn't. Remember I told you should be using your credit card as your checking account, as your debit card. But there are times where you might need to pull cash, and you never want to pull cash from your credit cards. This is awesome because number one, it can function as your secondary account as far as keeping a little bit of cash on this card and then being able to go to ATM to pull out $20, $30, $100. Something very little that and then you have the added benefit of having the ATM fees reimbursed at any ATM machine. Then not only that, the checking account has a high yield interest rate on the checking account, which is usually reserved for savings account. I believe it's roughly about 1.35 right now. As far as the I'm just checking here, as far as the APY. So I mean, it's not a whole lot, but if you think about it, I mean, your money in your checking account will be making you money back. I don't care if it's a penny, money back is money back. So that's one other benefit. The other thing I think is really cool about this, check this out. No monthly fees, no minimums, okay? And this only applies if you open a brokerage account at the same time you open your checking account. But the cool thing about it is you don't have to use a brokerage account, okay? So I guess this is their way of saying, okay, if you open these two accounts, there are no fees because they're hoping at some point in time you'll be curious about investing through them because they are an investment institution. And if you already have the account there, it makes it easier. But they won't charge you if you don't use it. But if you open the checking and the brokerage account, there are no fees, there are no minimums, balance requirements. And then there's also free overdraft transfers linked to accounts. So you can link another account to this account. So if there's ever a need to overdraft, there should never be a need, but if it ever happens, you can transfer the funds needed to balance your account off another account for free. The only downside to this account is that there is a hard inquiry pull on your credit for this, and then as I mentioned earlier, it's kind of hard to find accounts locations to deposit. So most of your deposits are going to happen through bank to bank. So like in my case, I send money from my primary checking account to the Charles Schwab's account, and usually it takes about 3 or 4 days for the money to appear. But remember, I don't use my debit card, so the waiting time is not a big deal for me. But just having the money there, and I can carry this card with me. So if there's an emergency, this is my emergency card, and I just keep a couple $100 on here. And I'll also tell you this: I have started to dip into using my brokerage account. And it's actually pretty cool. I've been able to buy some stocks on there, and it's actually pretty easy to read and to navigate. Maybe I'll do another video on that at another point. But with that being said, I gotta get ready to go to work. This is the Charles Schwab bank debit card, and it's linked to the Charles Schwab's bank high yield checking account. So look into it. Tell me what you think. Thank you, Ask Sebi and Credit Shifu, because this card has actually been a great addition to my finances. All right, guys. With that being said, peace.